All right, we're about to watch a feminist debate with a woman about femininity, and I know this shit gonna piss me off. So let's just watch it, and maybe it is a decent conversation.
Why do you have to teach femininity?
Because women have lost it today.
How did they lose it?
Because they're trying to compete with men as men,
So
and we've lost our
So
femininity.
you think femininity is just talking like this?
Absolutely not. That's not me at all.
No. When you say that women have been fierce, you're African.
I
Do you know
am.
they're fierce African warrior women?
Absolutely, but they're still
So
feminine.
how are they feminine when they were slicing people's heads off, ripping them apart?
All right, I'm already pissed off. So there's a difference between doing things that you need to do to survive and being masculine all the goddamn time. You have to do what you got to do sometimes to survive because depending on where she's from, it could be very dangerous. So a lot of people have to do things that they don't want to do. Hell, ripping somebody's head off isn't necessarily masculine either. That's not what masculinity is. You guys equate masculinity with violence and aggression all the goddamn time, and that's the problem. But no, when they're doing that in that moment, they're neither masculine nor feminine. They're surviving. They're doing what they have to do to survive. And this woman is being very like, not belittling, but she's belittling the other woman. She's not letting her talk, and it's getting on my nerves. Like, come on now.
You know what?
You're saying you teach femininity.
I
I'm gonna
do.
gamble and say that you teach them not to do those things.
Well, people do what they have to do in the time that they live to survive. There was a time when we had to grow our own crops and slaughter our animals. We don't do that
So they
anymore.
don't have to survive today.
I didn't say that. When I said that,
You said women lost it today.
I said women lost their femininity. Please don't speak for me.
Well, no, you said women lost their femininity today, and I said you're from Africa.
I
women
am.
were warriors.
Women
you said
were
they have to do it back then.
not
but
only
today. You said they don't have to do it now. They don't have to survive. Women.
What I said is we all did what we had to survive in the time
And
that
they
we
don't
were
do that
living.
today?
If I may finish.
No, you can finish. I'm asking you, do they do it today?
Yes.
So you teach femininity.
I
do. You
do.
teach women that they should be.
She's not even letting her talk. And look, let me explain something to you because she said, oh, well, if they're doing that, then they're not feminine. What about all the men who aren't warriors? Because fun fact, not all men are warriors. So does that mean that they're no longer masculine because they're not doing the ripping people's heads off? And I don't know where she got this idea that everybody was just out here ripping people's heads off. I'm from Africa, and I can tell you a lot of these stories have been exaggerated about warriors, both men and women, like every other culture. When you actually do the deep dive, it's not what you guys think it is. But she's being real condescending. She's not really letting the other woman talk. They're not having a conversation. She's like, if I can finish, she's like, I'm gonna let you finish, but let her finish. Let her finish, bro. Because this woman is extremely freaking masculine. And this is the problem. You can never have a good conversation with women who are this masculine, just rude and crazy. Like, I think that other woman needs to dip into her masculinity and just slap the dog piss out of her because she's getting on my goddamn nerves.
Sweet and kind, or be warriors?
I teach women that they shouldn't be men.
Wait a minute. Do you teach them to be sweet and kind, or do you teach them to be warriors?
If you want to
if
be,
a woman fights a man,
I wasn't finished.
I ask you.
Okay.
Because
You've asked me
I
multiple-
can't let this niceness throw me off.
Yeah,
When a
I'm
woman
struggling
when a
that you're
woman is
bothered by
fighting,
it.
because you said you teach femininity.
I
When
do.
a woman is fighting.
Women
do you
shouldn't
say
fight.
that's manly, or
It
do you say
is.
feminine?
It's
So,
very
If
masculine.
it's manly,
It
they
is.
are warriors
Yes.
today, and they don't have to survive today. But in the past, when they were warriors, it's okay.
Okay, if I may answer you.
Sure.
Again, we all do what we have to do to survive. There was a time when we had to grow our own crops and slaughter our own animals. I don't know if you're a mother. I'll speak for myself.
I'm
I have
talking
two
about
boys.
warriors, not farmers, not husbandry.
If
I'm talking
I may-
about warriors.
If I may answer.
Let her finish her point. I'm pretty sure she could get to her point if this woman would just let her finish. And I don't know, she clearly is a part of the group that she's talking about, women who've done lost their masculinity, because she's completely lost hers. Out here looking like George Foreman with a cowboy hat on. Like, let the woman speak. Let the woman with pearls around her neck, let her speak. Because you over here being belligerent for no reason. You don't want to hear her point because you don't want her to make you look bad. You already look bad. You got sunglasses on indoors. I can still see your eyes. What kind of glasses are those? Let her have her moment. Let her speak her piece.
Answer, please. I'm waiting.
I consider myself a very kind and nonviolent person. However, cross me about my boys, it'll be a very different story.
What
So
will
if
you
you're
do?
in
What will you do?
whatever
Will you
I
still be
have
feminine?
to, not in that
So
moment.
it's masculine to fight.
Absolutely.
Oh, so women can't fight.
I
Oh, they're
never
manly.
said that. I never said that.
You did.
There
You
were
said it's
women.
masculine to fight.
It is masculine to
So
fight.
women can't fight, or they're manly.
You can be a woman and have masculine moments. I'll give you an example.
Mhm.
I'm a boy mom. There are times when I have to say, hey, get over
So
here.
you're manly.
In that moment, yes. But
So
when
why
I'm
are you
with,
teaching femininity if you're manly?
because my man,
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I have never seen anybody work so hard to not understand something. Hey, big dummy, she's saying that you should be feminine, but if the moment presents itself, then you tap into your more masculine nature, which is the fighting, which is the violence, which is not typically of a woman's nature. How was that so hard to understand? You can't be this fucking stupid. You managed to drive there. I don't know how. I don't think you should be operating a motor vehicle because I don't know if you know the difference between red, green, and yellow. Based on how like, how her critical thinking skills work, it's you can tell this woman just likes to argue. She has her point. She's not going to see anything differently. It's just it is what it is. Whatever she thinks it is what it is. She's not allowing any kind of back and forth. There's no discourse going on here. One woman, the feminine one, is trying to speak while this masculine Yosemite Sammy looking chick just won't let her get her point across. It's getting really annoying.
So you can be manly when you need to, but
And
the
so
women who are
can you.
manly, they
And
can't.
no, absolutely. What I'm saying is the women who come to me want to be in a relationship with a masculine man. A masculine man requires a feminine woman, full stop. All right. So if you want to be with a masculine man, oftentimes women today do not realize how masculine they have become. I'll give you another real world example. I'm a former executive. When you have to lead people and manage budgets and do all these things with millions, you take on that masculine energy and you don't know sometimes how to turn it off and be nice and sweet when you're in a nurturing mode, when you're with your husband.
Who's the governor of that? Who decides? You? Because you're a femininity coach. So you decide that when women are ready to be manly, they can be manly. You're calling it man. You call it manly to be assertive. You call it manly.
It is.
Oh, see? So
It's not her. That's everybody. That's general public. When, as unfortunate as it may be, whenever people get overly aggressive, overly stern, overly strict, then they consider that tapping into your masculine energy. This is not something that she invented. You can't be this much of a dunce. You can't be. I'm assuming those are reading glasses. I hope you read books. It can't be sunglasses, but there's no way, there's absolutely no way you could be this dense. I mean, I've talked to brick walls that have had better conversations than this woman right here. She has no points. She's just taking everything that this woman is saying. She's using ad hominem fallacies. She's using straw man fallacies, and it just doesn't add up. It doesn't. It there's nothing here that's is saying that she wants to have a decent conversation. I don't know how this woman is able to operate in public. I don't know if she has a man. I don't know if she has a job. This the type of woman that would like push you to the brink of like, you know what? Let me step outside before I ruin my life. This seems like that's that kind of chick. And I've never in my life been provoked to hit a woman. But this seems like the type of woman that can take a man to that level. She seems like that. Like I said, I've never even been provoked to. Like if a chick is acting real belligerent, I just walk out. But she seems like she can draw out the biggest, like the most negativity out of a person. Something tells me that she can. And the woman on the other side, I am so happy she's maintaining her bearing because I think the other chick is just trying to get her to fight or something. She's trying to get her to blow up to show her masculine side. This woman is she's maintaining her bearings. She is not letting the other woman draw her into her world because let me tell you something. No amount of evidence will ever convince a fool. Ever. You will never win an argument against an idiot. They will drag you down to their level and then beat you at their own game. That's what they're good at. Okay? So with women like this, it's almost hard because like the best way to win this argument is just to get up and walk out. It's to get up and walk away. But when you do that, they think that they've won. They think that you rage quitted. And it's not that I'm rage quitting. I am baffled at the sight of something so stupid. Like when I listen to people like this talk, this had to be what Mary and Joseph felt when they saw the angel Gabriel and they told him they'd have a son and his name would be Jesus. It's the same kind of surprise because there's no way something like this exists in this world. There's absolutely no way. You can't be this dumb. I refuse to believe it. This has to be on purpose.
you can decide because you're
For me,
but there are so many women. There's
and not every
people,
and not everybody is my
so
student.
How do you get to be an authority on who's feminine and who's not?
I'm not the authority
you
for
just said you're a
everyone.
femininity coach.
I am. When women
So
come
you're
to
not
me
an authority. So I
because
should
they
listen to you.
no, you shouldn't
Okay,
because they
no one
want
should-
what
no
I
one should
have.
listen to you.
Enough.
Thank you. She said it.
Enough.
So
I
so
said
Enough.
so
you-
don't
I've
think
had
about
enough.
femininity, 'cause
Turn this shit
femininity-
off. I'm not trying to hear that shit no more, bro. I'm not trying to hear it. This woman is doing everything in her power to just not listen, to not understand it, to not get it. You cannot reason with this type of woman. You cannot reason with somebody who's wearing a cowboy hat and vests indoors. And I can look at the quality of the cowboy hat and tell it's bad. And I can tell that the hair back there ain't hers. And I don't like to get into insults, but when people start getting too freaking stupid, then I fuck it. You drag me down to your level. That woman right there, she was good. She maintained her bearing. She did the right thing. She maintained feminine. She maintained her frame. And that other lady, my God, my goodness, it's very rare that I am like envious of the deaf. But when I listen to people like this, I think to myself, sometimes not hearing may not be so bad. Because if I had to listen to a woman like this for the rest of my life, you might as well just take my ears from me. I ain't trying to hear nothing. Take my eyes too, because I ain't trying to see her sign language all negative. I don't want, this is the type of person you cannot communicate with. This is the type of conversation where you just get up and walk away from, and you just got to let them think that they won. Let them have the win, bro, because if you allow them to drag you into their world, they will win. Because no amount of evidence will ever convince an idiot. It just doesn't happen.